Yo guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to get the best possible frames on the new map Vondel Park. These settings apply to the whole of Warzone, so if you play Al Mazrah or Ashika Island, this is also for you. But currently I play Vondel and this is where you'll see the frames in this video from. So firstly, as you can see here are my frames. I play on 1440p. I'll leave a description of my PC specs below in the description, so you can gauge why I'm getting the FPS that I am getting. But now I'm going to show you guys the Nvidia desktop options control panel that I use, and also I'm going to show you the file that I use that you guys can copy from the Google Drive link that I have in the description. It will give you guys my settings. If you're on PC, you can just copy and paste this file into your Call of Duty folder, but I'm going to show you guys right now. So now we're on the desktop. I'm going to show you guys the Nvidia control panel settings. So you're going to want to open it up, then you're going to want to come to adjust desktop color settings. Now I don't use any filters on my game. People use Nvidia filters, but it takes away performance, so I would advise not to use those. Instead, this is what I use. It's digital vibrance. So basically just copy these settings, guys. My brightness is at 55%, contrast at 55%, gamma at 120, digital vibrance is at 100%. Once you've done that, leave it as is, and you're going to want to come to manage 3D settings. And basically, guys, just copy what I have here. I'll scroll through them slowly and you guys can copy. Once you guys have copied that, you're all set for the Nvidia control panel. That is that. Then you're going to want to close that and open up your folder. Click on Documents, and here you'll find the Call of Duty folder. Click on Players, and you want to look for this file here, options.3.cod22. Now everyone has this, so all you want to do is click on it and type dash backup. Now I've already done this, so I'm going to delete that and leave it as is. So as you can see, it's here on my desktop. This was my previous graphics settings, so for whatever reason this may mess up your game, hurt your frames, you can go back to your other option. All you have to do is drag this file back in, delete the one that I'm going to give you, and also rename it back to COD22. So basically just take away the backup. But I'm going to put that back here because I don't need it. I like the graphic settings. So once you've done that, you just leave it, close it, and load up the game. Now once you guys are on the game, you can click on the cogwheel here, click on graphics, and you're going to see basically the settings that I have given you if you use that file. If not, I'm going to scroll through these slowly and you guys can copy them. But if you use the file that I just gave you and done it correctly, you're gonna notice, sorry, that your settings have changed and they're gonna be what I have given you. So, but for those of you that have not done it and chose to just do this manually by yourselves, that's also fine. I'll scroll through these and you guys can copy. So firstly, you're gonna notice I play on borderless. This is because I stream and I'm constantly tabbing out. But if you guys simply just game and you want the least input lag, you're going to want to put this on full screen exclusive. But for me, I tab out a lot. I have to. So I play borderless. So I'm going to leave that at that. Also, you're going to want to make sure you're playing on the correct resolution and refresh rate. A lot of people play on 60 Hz still when they have like a 120 Hz monitor or a 144. Make sure you have that on the correct refresh rate. Mine is on auto from the settings that I provided. But yeah, here is the rest of the settings here. Just feel free to copy these. Then I'm going to go to Quality tab. Now, what you guys can do if you play on 1440p is downscale to 1080p. I've noticed that it's not an actual native 1080p. When you downscale it, it does look better than what 1080p would look like. So if you're on 1440p and you downscale for some more frames, I've noticed that it does look pretty decent. But obviously the downscale increases the FPS, but at a cost of your graphics. So obviously you don't have to play at 1080p. That's just a little hint or a tip if you want more frames. But here are the rest of the settings, guys. I'm going to scroll through these and you guys can copy. Okay, then onto the view tab. I play on 120 FOV. This also affects FPS, believe it or not. If you play at a lower FOV, you're not actually including a lot of the screen. So if I play 105 compared to 120, on 105 I've not actually got as much on my screen, so I'm not rendering in as much as I would be at 120 FOV. But I play 120 because I like to see as much as possible on Warzone. So here are the rest of the view settings. Feel free to copy these, guys. Then we're gonna go to the interface tab. I get a lot of questions as to why my hit markers are yellow, and that's simply just because I play on a colorblind filter. It's called deuteranopia. You can choose it in here. If you click on interface, click on color customization. I play on filter 2. Put this to both or just world, so it's in the game, but I have it on the interface as well. Put the intensity to 100 and then change the HUD color palette to deuteranopia. You can choose whatever you want. As you can see on the right here, they change color. I found that deuteranopia works best for me. I've always played on it. It's just a personal preference. I'm not actually colorblind, but yeah, you can change the colors here also. But here are my settings. I'm going to go back, and then here also are the rest of my interface options. Another question I get is the dot, the center dot. How do you get that? You just have to enable this here and set it to larger or largest, depends what your preference is. Mine's for me is larger. I don't want a big dot in the middle of my screen. It's a bit distracting, but this helps with like centering on your target, so I definitely advise having this on. Also, you can play with inverted flash. This replaces the bright white flash effect that a lot of people will probably still have on. This was added in season 3, I believe, where you can actually change the flash so that it is a low light black effect rather than a bright white flash. So, but that's also preference. It's whatever you prefer, guys. You don't need to do that. And that is it, guys. That is the end of the graphics settings video, guys. I hope you found my settings useful and helpful. If you did, please remember to leave a like, sub to the channel. I upload every 2 days, and I will catch you guys in the next video.